Lisa Vanness. Okay. Or I could screw up the beginning.
Hey y'all, Lisa Vanness and Shawn Newton here. How's it going?
That's right.
It's been a long time since we've done a film video. Thingy? That's
YouTube,
my word.
It's
and we're a bit rusty and out of practice, but that's okay.
Right. Right, we're always a bit rusty.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about a new project Shawn and I are working on. Mostly Shawn, with just a little bit of me and Mike.
Well, I mean, you know, all the input you'll have to input will be considered and taken, whatever.
Things.
It's a collaboration.
Yes. So you're remodeling.
Yeah, we are. So we are going to knock out the front wall of the shop I have.
And aren't they doing that now?
They're going to finish it next weekend.
Okay.
But we expanded the front wall of the shop out 10 feet, 12 feet, something like that. And we're going to have space for me to put in a CNC lathe that I'm in the process of getting. So I'll be able to do more work, like production.
So will you get caught up?
I'm never going to be caught up.
Okay, just thought I'd
That's
ask.
not
I
the
know people want to know. But you'll be able to get more production as far as even your custom pins. You will speed up that process.
Yeah, probably.
But the other benefit is...
my focus, my main reason for wanting this particular lathe is to be able to do retail work, so I could make lots of pins for people like Vanness. So, and this is the first one that we're talking about making. What do you want to call it?
The Pinnacle?
The Pinnacle, after Pinnacle Mountain.
So Pinnacle Mountain,
7.7 miles that away. I looked it up.
No, it's the other way.
That away. 7.7 miles that away. And it's 1,011 feet tall.
Mike and I used to go climb it when we were dating.
I have not been to it yet. I want to go. No,
then we should do that before. We should all do that. You and your kids and your wife. And
that would be cool.
Well, no, Mike can't go. And
can you drop to the? You can't drop to the top, can you?
No.
We can put him in a wheelchair. I'll push him.
No.
Is it too hard to do that?
No.
What about
this is super rocky?
A hand truck.
No, it's okay.
You know, one of those that you put boxes on.
So you guys, we need to do this. It's super rocky, and you're not going to do. It's a physically laboring.
Is it really?
Yes, it's very physical, and you're going to be doing a little bit of rock climbing, which
really. Mm-hmm. So it's a proper hike.
Yes.
That sounds like fun then.
Yes, you guys will love it. And like I said, Mike and I used to do that when we were dating. We used to every Sunday afternoon. And there's two parts to it. There's what they call the hard side and the easy side.
Really?
And families with kids do the easy side, which is so
we
difficult.
Would do the hard side.
Right, and we used to always do the hard side too. It's kind of cool.
Because the kids, you know, if they fall, man, that's just...
But once you get up there, you climb up, and there's quite a bit of rock formations. And then you'll see down, and there's just a sheer cliff on one side down.
Ooh,
which is kind of cool.
So awesome.
I'll show you. I can't believe you haven't been. So it's not that far away, and so I decided I thought it was a good name because so many times Shawn has named related to Arkansas and related to even to us. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know what? I think Pinnacle's like one of our cool spots that we love. So let's do this. And I can't believe that you've never been.
I've never been. No.
But you've been to all kinds of hiking locations. So this will be.
And we've gone camping at different places. I have driven past Pinnacle Mountain.
You've driven past the street that goes to because
we went to a pumpkin patch that's out there
a
couple of years ago.
Somewhat near it.
Yeah, we could see it in the car. We were like, there's a mountain.
Yep, there's a mountain. There it is.
Yeah, you were talking about names, and I pulled a lot of names from hotels and places in Hot Springs specifically. And then this one, though, is called the Orville, which is named after
the original Mr. Vanness.
Yeah, Orville Vanness, the fellow who opened should I say fella?
Mike's granddad, who opened in the 30s here in Little Rock, and we were super honored that you did that. So that's kind of cool. So
that's where, that.
So I debated that one, a play off of that. So Shawn had come to me, we've discussed it on and off for like the idea of
doing a retail pin.
On and off for a couple of years, really. Yeah. And then it's not that I gave up on him, it's that I knew that he was amazingly popular and cool and didn't have time for somebody like me. Except, for...
You know what's taken me so long to get to this kind of thing? Because it took me forever to work up the guts to apply for the loan, the home loan, to do the shop expansion. Yeah, it is. It's scary because it's a lot of money.
Well, that's how it is for us. Like when we got the laser.
Yeah.
But Mike and I got stomach aches every night. It's so stressful.
Oh, yeah.
People don't realize, they think the fun side of having a small business, because you have freedom to work your hours, but there's also, I think I'm going to be sick.
You have freedom to work when you're awake. Because if you don't, then you have the freedom to not pay your bills.
Mike always says small business owners work half days, so you just have to pick which 12 hours.
Yeah, which 12 hours, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I was about to say.
He was like, which 12 hours are we going to work?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it is. And I'm sure there's more successful ones than us that, have managed to get it down to 8 or 9 hours. We just aren't there. I wish we were. And we have amazing staff here. But we both you and I both have gotten kind of more confident and nervy, if you will. And even I still doubt myself constantly. So when I was I had decided to talk to Lay because she's like my go-to and your go-to person. Mm-hmm. Lay Reyes, for those who don't know. So she was in San Francisco. And so we were thinking through some processes, and then I contacted.
Yeah, she called me up. And I said hello.
Everybody on the phone.
And I was talking to 2 or 3 people on speakerphone. And they were like, hey, let's do something like a half shinobi. And I said, okay. And then I made this one very, very first. And I don't like the colors, and it should have been longer. But let's say this one, okay? So the shinobi is just straightened around with a flat cut on it, on the cap and the barrel.
And that's what you are known for.
Yeah, this is probably my most popular model. I'm going to say I guess all the time. So when you tell me half shinobi, my mind says, okay, facet on the cap, straight barrel.
Which I agree
with. Just a smaller step, so that way when the facet's cut, the facet's not even or lower than the barrel. It's just a hair proud of the barrel. So on this one, there's just a small step, and it's straight, doesn't post. All right? But I thought, what the heck, why not make it where it could post too? So on this other type I made, it's got a mostly straight barrel, tapers on the back, and it posts.
I'm digging that.
Right? So when you're using, you can blah, 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 blah,
for the
put it down,
people.
and it doesn't roll around when you just set it down. So, which was our goal. Yeah. So everyone is like, oh no, make this one, make this kind. Because I posted a couple of pictures online and stuff, and I've asked people, their opinion, and I've had views on both sides of the posting, not posting thing. But I don't see why. Yeah, I don't see why we couldn't do both of them.
That's true. We could, like you had said, we can name them. Which I don't know that you said it to the public. I think you said it to me. Okay.
Yeah. So
now it's to the public.
So one could be. So it's the Pinnacle. This one could be the 1011 because the Pinnacle's 1,011 feet, and this could be what was it, 309?
I think so.
I forget the number, but in meters. So the one that posts could be numbered in meters, and the one that doesn't post could be numbered in feet. And then
it's just a thought, right?
Yeah, it's just a thought. And then there's a size difference, diameter. So we could also do a couple. So basically, it would end up being 4 different pins. There'd be 2 sizes of this and 2 sizes of this. And then as far as materials go, we could do whatever we end up agreeing on.
Which we've kind of already agreed that.
Yeah, it'll probably be
based on what.
We'll talk more about that later.
We'll surprise y'all with the materials. We have to surprise you with something, right?
Yeah.
This one turned out really cool. I like it a lot. I'm digging the contrast. And if you guys want to communicate, just feel free to leave a message down there or
down below.
Which I'm so bad at. So, what do you think? Solids, which I will do close-up shots of, because you can't see that dark color. And then, there's a semi-translucent. There's some pattern. The contrast is kind of cool. I'm digging it.
Kind of what we're talking about is a clearish barrel. Not crystal clear because it takes so much more time to polish the insides of the barrels, but a clearish barrel so you could at least see ink sloshing around in there, and then a solid color section and cap that would contrast nicely with the barrel. Maybe light and dark or something like that, but not too different, not contrasting patterns, just contrasting colors. So
And that versus a solid, which a lot of people do like a solid on their Shinobi, correct?
Yeah. Like this type here of the Chevy is real popular, where you've got when it's closed, just a little
pattern
band of color showing, and then when you open it, you've got that splash. All the color here.
Now everybody don't get too excited because the remodel is not done, and the lathe process.
I don't have a lathe yet, but I'm approved for the loan. So
we're really looking at 2019. Not sure exactly. It could be that we do a soft launch early, and then the goal being February, March, somewhere in there, based on how fast of a learning curve he is able to.
Yeah, I've got a lot of plastic I can practice with at the house. So I'm gonna.
And then also materials that we both decide work well together.
I do have a custom resin coming in, hopefully this month in September sometime.
And maybe we'll be able to show it off in Dallas, because I'd love to see it.
So I would love to.
Because that's the end of September.
Yeah. I'll contact my vendor for the plastic and see what he says again. But
this could be a good material, because we do want something a little different.
Yeah, it's definitely different. But this barrel with the solid, like black, even cap and section would look pretty awesome. So we'll see what we think when we get it in.
I mean, this looks good too, though. This black with just a little bit of color.
Mm-hmm.
I'm most known for like the pin I do in the Franklin Christoph, the turquoise. And when I open up my everyday carry, I realize, well, I have a lot of blues. And so I'm wanting to branch out from blues, but we did do green in a Bexley, which I don't even know, you saw it.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to branch out in color.
Material, right?
Yes,
yeah,
he did a great job. I'm trying to branch out in color, so that's why I'm open to suggestions, because we need to branch out in color. But to be quite honest, on a serious note, I'm kind of over the marbly. It's not that I'm over it. I'm in love with this pen. Like, this pen is so perfect.
Thanks.
I love it. But it's like, oh, let's do something different. So that's what we're working on. But we would like input from you guys, because we're both not huge risk takers, despite what you guys might think.
Yeah, it's taken
the video is a risk, okay?
It's taken me 3 or 4 years from thinking about getting a CNC lathe to actually calling a company up and talking about financing. So not very brave.
But we are going to both be brave and go to the Dallas Pen Show.
Yup. End of September, 28th and 29th.
Yes.
I'll be there with my wife Elizabeth and her pen wraps and my pens, and
the address
is 4099 Valley View Lane.
Doubletree near the Galleria. That's the actual name of the hotel, apparently. Doubletree near the Galleria. And that's 4099 Valley View Lane. And there's always construction there. Every single time I go, there's always construction nearby.
But there's lots of food and stuff nearby, so it's...
Yes.
All right.
We crawl across the street to the nearest restaurants because we're exhausted. Because Friday, they're open till like 7:30 or 8. The show stays.
Is it really?
Yeah. We can look it up to be 100% on that.
So it'll be a late dinner that night.
Friday night is a long night. You can find us afterwards, though. We will definitely go to the bar because we would like to get feedback and hang out with you guys just a little bit. We don't necessarily go to the bar to hang out and drink. We don't not go for that either. But
I used to do a lot more of that than I have recently. I probably won't have a lot or any at all.
I probably will not as much, but
getting older,
it is
hard
a great
to keep drinking.
Okay, you know what? You're like 11 or 12 years younger than me, whatever. So I think it's a great time to hang out with people, though. And we are so busy during the day, I'm so busy during the day.
It's hard to visit at the table.
Yes, it is. And it's a 2-day show, so there's a little more pressure that the customers they seem hurried.
More in a rush,
And so...
It's ebonite, so it's going to have a rubber smell. Smell the inside of the cap. It's even stronger.
Oh. I had forgotten.
I like it. It's all right. It smells like sulfur or eggs or something.
But this one, not the same smell.
It's a different ebonite.
Okay, well that one, not liking the smell, just saying. This one is a good pen. I like this.
I like the color too.
better smell. Not so traumatic on the. Maybe it's because there's less of it.
It's older too.
Oh.
This one's a little bit older than all of these. So the
these
fresher.
Are actually, I'm impressed. They're not rolling.
Well,
they
when
don't
you get
roll.
on the thing, yeah. When you put on the thing, it sits pretty
Let's
still.
see how far I can roll this. Because we want it to. Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, even this one rolls if you push it, but when you set it in place, it stays pretty well.
Yeah. Okay, now that we were done playing.
Yeah.
Davina has to edit. Sorry, Davina. So we'll be there at the Dallas show, and I'll be joined by Elizabeth that works for me, and he'll have his wife Elizabeth. So there will be 2 Elizabeths at the show that we know of, and then there will be Anna helping me at my table. Yay, thank you, Anna. She's the best. She really is. And you can find her with her pink hair.
Pink hair.
She stands out. And then our friend Brad Dowdy is going.
Is he going to be at Dallas? Right
he got
on.
a table. He and I spoke 2 days ago or 3 days ago about it because he was asking the setup at the show. Like, he was asking about the bar.
Oh, yeah, and how that... Actually, it's got a nice spot.
It does. And you know how it has those, like, little cubby kind of areas? So, it's only 2 days, and that's good and bad. Like, we get home for Monday, but...
We're leaving Saturday evening.
But I'm just saying, like, you're home for the week.
Oh,
you know, when you do a Friday, Saturday, Sunday show, on the other hand, they are doing that late Friday night, which is hard. I'll get there Thursday evening, probably around 8, because Elizabeth gets out of class at 2:30. She's 30 minutes away. She's in Henry.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're leaving after the kids get home
But
from
you don't
school.
have to worry about traffic. I just want to beat traffic out of Little Rock.
Yeah, no, I don't have to worry about that.
So my goal is to leave here by 3:15 and stop in Texarkana, eat food, and then we will miss traffic in Dallas that way too. So if we leave right, we miss traffic in both places.
Nice.
Which is always a goal in my life.
Driving to any pet show, avoid as much traffic as possible. Yep.
Anyway, I hope you guys have learned something-ish, maybe.
We hope you have enjoyed the preview of these prototype pinnacles, and
maybe we should do a couple of videos or a picture of the progress as you go along.
Yeah, definitely.
You can find Shawn at NewtonPens.com.
Yep.
Or you can find him on Instagram as Newton
at
Pens.
Newton Pens.
As at Newton. As at.
Yeah, that's fine.
NewtonPens.com. And you can get his wife's great wraps at
Liz_Newton_designs. Liz Newton Designs on Instagram. That's where she's at. You can find all her pin wraps and stuff on there.
And you can also say thank you to them below for Shawn joining me today for this video. And you can find us on Just Vanness Instagram. You can find us on Twitter. Our website is Vanness1938.com. And you can email us anytime, vanessonline@gmail.com. You can communicate with us a variety of ways. You can actually call us. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 5. If you make it to Little Rock, you can come see us. And if we know in advance we're getting some out-of-towners, hey, you guys, we could have a little thing with Shawn, right? Like we could...
Like a trunk show kind of a thing?
I guess so.
Yeah.
And in the spring, we do plan an event.
Is that what they're called, trunk shows?
Probably, but I never have a trunk. We'll call them a pen case show.
A pen case show, yeah.
Because it'll be an open pen case.
A pen case. Hey. Yeah.
You can follow along on our weekly adventures. That would be Lisa's weekly adventures here on YouTube. You can follow along because I have various adventures with various people. I like to interview people. I don't like hanging out alone on the camera. It's not as fun. Anyway, if you have any questions for us, feel free to comment below.